Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jordan Cameron back with another update video today. And man, we have a doozy to talk about today as the market's chopping around just a little bit for the last couple days. But I think this market is going to continue to spice up, and we're going to continue to see our thesis over here, which is the biggest blow off top in crypto history, followed by the biggest bubble pop that we've seen since the dot-com bubble, my friends. All right, so without further ado, guys, we're going to talk about our stablecoin dominance chart today. We're going to talk about global liquidity. We're going to talk about Ethereum leading the charge here. We're going to talk a lot about the XRP chart and what that means for altcoins. And we're going to talk about a lot of things today. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Only 20% of you guys are subscribing. I remind you that every day. Road to 100K, I think we can do it by September, in my personal opinion. Kind of how I think that the crypto market could top by September. But without further ado, guys, I got this canker sore in my mouth. It's freaking killing me, man, even when I talk. So I apologize if I sound a little bit like, Kermit the Frog or something. But anyways, let's talk about our thesis. So obviously, guys, if you were new to the channel, just a quick update video. Obviously, what we're seeing in the crypto market is we're seeing Bitcoin break into new all-time highs. We're seeing total market cap break into new all-time highs. And now we have even the stablecoin, even the altcoin chart, which is total 3, ES, which is the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins, also now starting to push into new all-time highs. So we have what I consider since April, which is the biggest blow-off top in crypto history, well underway here, and I think we're just kind of getting started with this move to the upside for the crypto market. And if you're new to the channel, what we're kind of expecting on this channel is this chart right here just basically sums up our macro thesis and what we're expecting for the rest of 2025. I think this market is going to top, by the end of this year and possibly even by September. And we'll kind of go over why that could be the case today. And you might think that's crazy and all that stuff. But, I just want to remind everyone that, we thought, and if you go back to the tariff stuff back in March and April, anyone who thought that total market cap would be at all-time highs by July would have called you crazy. And, the people that in the comment section that were calling me crazy then, I think are going to be the same people that are calling me crazy when I'm bearish up here at 10 trillion, when people are screaming crypto will change the world, up here at 10 trillion, up here at the 4236. And then, the same people who will be thinking I'm crazy that crypto will be going into a new secular bull market later in this decade after everything gets rugged. Okay, those are the same people. So without further ado, if you're new to the channel, what we're expecting is a giant blow off top to 10 trillion or the 4236 Fibonacci, the same that we did in 2021. For a couple different reasons. We obviously always get euphoria towards the end of the bull market. We've got about 6 months left to go. Not even 6 months now. We're talking about 5 months left to go in 2025, the fourth year of the 4-year cycle. And we just we have the 4236 Fibonacci at the psychological level of $10 trillion. What perfect level to get people sucked in than a 10 trillion market cap for the total cryptocurrency market, right? We also have the top of what would be this giant rising wedge, which if you guys know anything about chart patterns, you guys know that rising wedges are typically bearish patterns, right? So if we were to see the total cryptocurrency market get a massive blow off top up to the top of this rising wedge like we did in 2017 and like we did over here in 2021, we would form this perfect 3 touches on the bottom, 3 touches on the top of this more macro rising wedge, which obviously is a more of a macro bearish pattern, which I would expect to break to the downside over the course of the next couple of years after we do get this blow off top, right? But what I kind of expect, and we're going to go over why we think this, and we're going to go over why I think that this move could happen much, much faster than people expect, okay? But obviously, as we kind of go along here, I think what's going to happen when we get up there is everyone's going to be convinced that crypto can't go lower. Everyone's going to be convinced that, calling for any type of pullback or bear market for the cryptocurrency market, you're going to get called stupid. your uncle and your cousin are going to say crypto is going to change the world when they were all the ones that were saying that it was a scam for the past 5 years. Okay. And that's kind of what this market tends to do is it sucks everyone at the highs. It makes everyone believe at the highs. And we're going to get the most bullish narratives as we continue to move up here. Okay. So obviously, if you know, we look at the chart, we got total market cap breaking into new all-time highs. And that, as we discussed, kind of the order of operations that typically happens is we see Bitcoin break into new all-time highs, which we did back in June. And then we see total market cap break into new all-time highs, and that spurs the altcoin market, which you can see now the altcoin market is starting to go parabolic. And we discussed typically what gets the altcoin market to start going parabolic is a convincing weekly close above the previous cycle highs. Okay, and that's what we've seen in 2024 and 2023 is any type of convincing weekly close, which we got here right here in this 2 weeks ago, and this candle right here sparks the altcoin market to start going bananas, right? And we can see the altcoin market for the past 6 weeks has been going up about 62%. And obviously the altcoin market has this own theory going on, which I do think the altcoin market is going to get up to its top of its rising wedge, up close to that 2618 Fibonacci or about 1.74 trillion. Okay. And then I've discussed many times of what's going to get this total market cap chart up to that 10 trillion point. I do believe Bitcoin's going to go higher, but I think a lot of that move is going to be Ethereum. It's going to be XRP, and it's going to be a lot of the utility altcoins that are going to shock a lot of people after a lot of people, obviously I think Bitcoin's still going to go higher, but I do think a lot of people got sucked into Bitcoin and the Bitcoin maximalism because this bull market has been strictly Bitcoin. And I think a lot of people got sucked into the memes, which I do think some memes will do well, but I think of the utility coins like Ethereum, XRP, Chainlink, CRV, HBAR, Cardano are really going to rule this last leg of this bull market. All right. And we have many fundamental reasons for that, but it is what it is. So just to go over why, right, we're going to go update of our stablecoin dominance chart. This is the biggest reason of why we believe that the total cryptocurrency market is going to go into a massive blow off top because we're in a massive range for the stablecoin dominance, right? And after topping out up here at 9% again, which we've seen almost every single year since 2021, okay, we do expect a move back down, at least back down to the bottom of the range, right? And we can see that we have plenty of room to run back down to the bottom of this stablecoin dominance range. And this is an inverse, right, pattern, right? Where if we see stablecoin dominance move back down to the bottom of the range, that's going to be the move that gets total market cap up to that 10 trillion point. And so far, so good. We've seen stablecoin dominance reject off 8%, start to get this move down. And as it continues to move down, that's going to be the point where total market cap bottoms and starts to move up, right? So stablecoin dominance, still room to run down, which obviously is the biggest reason why I think total market cap is going to simply continue up despite whatever bearish narrative pops up over the next couple months, okay? Call it what you want. New war news, more tariff news, blah, 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 whatever it is. Stick to the charts. Stablecoin dominance, clear downtrend, clearly going lower, which is the biggest reason why I think that Bitcoin and the altcoin market are going to continue to push higher over the next few months. Now, obviously, Bitcoin follows global liquidity. This is our second reason of why we think the crypto market's going to go higher. I think Bitcoin just continues to follow global liquidity. Now, the interesting thing here is, and this is what I want to know, guys, and I've been very adamant about this, is I think this move up for Bitcoin and altcoins, and especially Ethereum and XRP, could have happened a lot faster than most people are thinking. Okay, if we look at here at global liquidity, we have gotten a slight peak here in the middle of September, which I think is very interesting because of this. If we go over here to Ethereum, you guys can see that Ethereum is almost back at 4,000. And we discussed that as soon as Ethereum broke back above this previous support, which was support for about 3 years, which it falsely broke down and it now has reclaimed on a weekly close, that was going to be the point where you're going to start to see this market go absolutely nuts. And since Ethereum has broken above that point, you've seen Ethereum absolutely go nuts to about 3,000, almost hitting almost 4,000 in the span of 1 week. Okay, and I think that I said this, as soon as Ethereum reclaims this, I think Ethereum is going to go absolutely nuts, and that's what we've seen. We've seen Ethereum absolutely dominate Bitcoin over the last couple of weeks, and I think that's going to continue for the foreseeable future. And I think it's only a matter of time before Ethereum shoots up. And the funny thing is, if we take a look at last cycle, when Ethereum broke through previous all-time highs, okay, there was only about, right, until the major peak in, we'll call May the peak of really the total market cap, right? I mean, we did go a little bit higher in November, but ultimately a lot of coins did top out over here in sort of May of 2021. But if you look over here, the point where Ethereum broke through all-time highs, guys, there was only 4 months left. There was only 4 months left of the cycle before it was cut a push. Okay, now we're talking about 4 months would put us into November. But I think what the interesting thing is here, these moves can happen a lot faster than most people think. If we look at XRP, XRP is breaking into new all-time highs. What's funny about this is this move is very, very reminiscent of the 2017 run. And if we actually look at 2017, okay, where we had this first major impulse up for XRP, sideways consolidation for about 6 months, and then this final impulse up, which was only about 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, okay? What's kind of funny about that is we've seen a massive impulse up, we've seen a 6 months consolidation, and now we're really from the breakout, 1, 2, 3 weeks. Okay, so if I look at the Ethereum chart and I look at the XRP chart and I kind of compare to previous cycles, the vibe that I'm kind of getting is the 4-year cycle is playing out again perfectly. And when you start seeing ETH and XRP really start to move, you know you're getting towards the end of the cycle. And this is matching our thesis over here perfectly. And this is why if you see the two biggest altcoins go nuts, which is Ethereum and XRP, that alone is going to get total market cap absolutely exploding to the upside. And that's going to get really this total 3 chart exploding to the upside. Okay. And it really sums up our late cycle thesis where I don't think a lot of time is left. I think really 2 to 4 months is left in this cycle, as funny as that sounds. And I do think a lot of people are going to get sucked into the highs as XRP goes absolutely bananas in the price discovery, as Ethereum goes bananas in the price discovery, and a lot of these altcoins that are sitting well below all-time highs start to absolutely go nuts to the previous all-time highs. Okay, it's all setting up absolutely perfectly, just like every cycle has, since 2017. Okay, you got Ethereum starting to move, you got XRP having that second parabolic run. I do think we only have about 2 to 4 months left in this cycle, okay? And it really all stems down to this total market cap chart, right? We're about 4 trillion right now. I'm talking 10 trillion. We're only talking about another 2.5x for the total cryptocurrency market cap. We look at the altcoin market, I'm only talking about another 2.5x for the altcoin market. We look at stablecoin dominance, tells the story, right? If this goes down for another 2 months, it puts us in September, October range. That's probably going to get us back down to the bottom of this range. We'll take a look over here at Bitcoin dominance, okay? Just real quick. You guys can see that Bitcoin dominance rejected off the 786 Fibonacci, another lower high. So 2017 high, massive altcoin season, right? 2021 high, massive altcoin season. Here we are where maybe we get some type of bounce on Bitcoin dominance, but I'll say this, guys, when Bitcoin dominance goes down, it goes down very, very fast, okay? Extremely, extremely fast. 2021, we went January at 73%, all the way down to 40% in 5 months. 2017, we went from 70% to 35% in 1 month, okay? So this can happen extremely fast, and I don't think a lot of people are prepared for it. And there's 2 ways to be prepared for it. There's the people that aren't in yet and are going to get ready to start FOMOing at the top, okay? And then there's the other people who are not used to how fast altcoins can move that are going to believe that when we do see this parabolic move, which I do think we already started, we're at all-time highs for total market cap, but as this continues higher and higher and higher and higher, instead of taking profits, you're going to believe more and more and more and more that's going to go higher and higher and higher and higher. And though I am a bull right now, and though I do believe this market's going to go higher, I do only think we have about 2 to 4 months left of absolute euphoria and absolute craziness in this market, okay? So I want everyone to be prepared, and I want everyone to be focused that we have all the signals of late cycle. We have dominance dropping. We have XRP going nuts. Okay, we have Ethereum starting to outpace Bitcoin and start to push towards all-time highs. We have all the late cycle things happening right now. So what we need to pay attention for, focus on our charts, focus on our stablecoin chart, focus on our total market cap chart. Most of all, focus over here on the Coinbase app indicator. You guys can see that Coinbase is rising fast. Now at, if we refresh this, because I do think it's lower now, our Coinbase app, guys, we're at 98. We hit as high as 71 a couple days ago, but we're at 98 today. It is rising fast. It was in the 400s in June, okay? We could see the Coinbase app be the #1 app in the App Store in 2 months, guys. It can happen really, really fast. So be prepared for it. We're going to make videos, and as this market goes higher and higher and higher and more euphoric, we're going to make more and more videos, and we're going to discuss, as these indicators get more and more euphoric, the Coinbase app, right? Stablecoin dominance, all these things. We're going to make sure that we're here together, and we're making sure we're making the right decisions in the market. Okay. So it's been your boy Jordan Cameron. If you enjoyed today's update of our biggest blow off top in crypto history, followed by the .com bubble 2.0, where everyone's going to call crypto a scam again before another bull market. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, guys. Join the journey. Join this journey. Follow this journey with us. Okay. Where we can go back, 10 years from now and say, man, we were expecting the biggest blow off top before the biggest rug pull, before it actually happened. And everyone's going to talk about it. And we're going to be the ones that, kind of thought that was going to happen, right? So join the team. Subscribe to the channel, guys. It's been your boy Jordan Cameron. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.